This is Andi Purewal for ID Boxing. We are here in Jeddah and I'm joined by Nisse Sauerland. Nisse, firstly, how are you?
Doing very well, mate. Doing very well. Nice to be here.
Good to hear. And obviously you're here because of one man and one man only. Filip Hrgovic finally has his final eliminator against Big Bang Zhang Zhilei Zhang. Just want to get your thoughts on this fight and how happy you are to finally be able to help deliver this opportunity to Filip.
Well, look, I'm just happy that someone's actually taken up the position and had the cojones to challenge Filip. You know, we've gone through that IBF list maybe twice, even 3 times. We've been waiting for this chance, and we're going to grab it with both hands. And you know, Filip, I was out in Houston with him and Ronnie, watching him spar, and he looked on form.
What are you expecting from Zhilei Zhang? This is a fight many do not expect to go very far.
Look, they both are big fellas. I think big punchers. I think, you know, Filip had a good point. He said, look, he's got a couple of good rounds. He's got all the good rounds. So Filip just needs to be wary of being caught with you know, a right hook or a left down the middle. Yeah, it's always hard fighting a southpaw, especially one of that size. But yeah, look, I expect Filip to take it to him early.
Filip comes through unscathed. I know you'll have that one eye on the main event because he would then become mandatory challenger to the winner of Usyk-Joshua 2. But do you have any idea as to when the IBF may look to call the the mandatory position good?
Well, IBF are very good at calling mandatories. They don't wait around too long. Of course, if there's a unification that comes around quickly, then you know we have to wait. But I think the WBC belt, according to Tyson, might be vacant soon. Who knows? You know, this is boxing; anything can happen. Yeah, you know, one day you're in Jeddah, next week you're in a local leisure centre for boxing. So you know, it's a lot of highs and lows.
What do you make of the main event firstly, Usyk-Joshua 2? What's your take, Nisse?
I just think, you know, I think AJ is he's the cornerstone of British boxing. You know, I think if you look at, you know, 2012 when boxing was on its knees, let's say in the UK, and AJ came along. The partnership with Sky, Eddie, all that, the gold medal, great looking fella, can fight as well. You know, I think AJ doesn't get enough credit, you know, but look, he's got Usyk, very tough fight as well. Obviously we had him in the Super Series, you know, him and Bradis had a very good fight. I thought AJ was going to win the first one. Just through using his size. He didn't do that. I hope that he will do that tomorrow night. Look, I'm optimistic. I want AJ to win just purely for British boxing. He's very important. So yeah, look, I'm going for AJ early on.
There was a lot of talk all week about Oleksandr Usyk and the weight that he may come in at. He's actually come out at a very similar weight to what he did in the first fight. Was you surprised by that? AJ only a few pounds heavier than what he came in at the first fight as well?
I thought AJ looked. I don't read too much into weights, but AJ looked very trim. Usyk, I didn't expect him to come heavier than 100 kilos. If he did, that wouldn't be great for his footwork and his speed and his upper body movement. You know, you don't want him to be plodding. You want him to be moving around for 12 rounds. So yeah, I wasn't surprised at all. I thought they came in bang on.
Just away from this fight, I just want to get your thoughts on Tyson Fury. Do you believe he's retired?
Listen, what can you say? I love Tyson. I think he's another great example of British boxing, and if he has retired, he deserves to retire. I'll be disappointed because I want to watch him again. But you know, if he's retired, I wish him the best. I can't see it, but let's see.
Obviously, a fight which you guys are heavily involved in, Eubank Jr versus Benn, one which has captured the imagination of the British public. How excited are you for October to come around?
Very excited. You know, it's one of the biggest fights of the last couple of years, I think. You know, I was comparing it to another domestic fight we were involved in, or my brother was involved in with a Super Series, and that was Groves Eubank, which was big, you know. But this is bigger. This has eclipsed it. This is, you know, this is grandparents knowing about it. This is about your postman knowing about it. It is about your sort of, you know, everyone. It's transcended, which is great. You know, it's got a retro feel to it, doesn't it? You know, if you were around at that time, you want to watch it. If you're a newbie to boxing, you're young, you want to watch it, and you're going to watch the old fights as well. So, yeah, can't wait.
Now, yourself and your brother have kind of linked up with an unlikely partnership with KSI. He obviously returns next weekend, and he's fighting twice in the same night. Just talk to me about that one, Nisse.
Yeah, he's a very, very clever guy, and a very, you know, talented athlete, and I think I look forward to it. If he loses, he doesn't fight twice, does he? Well, if he gets if he gets stopped, I think it's more for the fans. This is a bit of a loopy world we're going to, and I like it. I think it also brings eyes onto boxing. So, you know, the O2 is going to be absolutely heaving. It's pretty much sold out, and I'm excited to see what they got.
I'm sure you've had conversations with him about the potential Jake Paul fight. How often does that one come up between you guys?
Yeah, look, you know, I'm obviously very close to Mams, his manager, who's, you know, who's done a phenomenal job in that realm of things, and you know, we've joined up now with JJ. Yeah, they're a hard team to work with. You know, you saw what happened with Alex Wasabi. To be honest, I'm more excited about Swarmz because I like his music. He does that, was it Tina, Keisha? Yeah, that one. That's a good tune. Didn't know who Alex Wasabi was until I sort of looked at him, and he's got impressive numbers. But, you know, Swarmz is exciting. You know, he's a London boy, so I expect a good atmosphere.
Right, Nisse, I appreciate your time now. I leave to shoot off because I think all the team's gathered around us. So thank you for speaking to me in ID Boxing.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, Nisse.